In this age of bite-sized games with near-infinite replayability, certain genres have seen a renaissance. Indie studios have given us plenty of updates to classic formulas, and one of the best among them has to be Kerberos Studios' Sword of the Stars, The Pit. The Pit is one of the best takes on the classic roguelike that I have ever experienced. Being a newcomer to reviews, I'm obviously a little late to jump on the praise bandwagon for this game, but luckily for all you veterans and me, Kerberos just released a mind-blowing add-on for their already engrossing title, giving me the perfect opportunity to write a review of both. With the Mind Games expansion, players will experience the Pit as two new classes, the Human Scion and the Tarka Ranger. Both add interesting gameplay styles to the game, the Scion with his powers and the Ranger with her speed and Tarkasian blade. I'm no master of the game, so I didn't get to experience every speck of extra content in this expansion, but it also adds 10 new floors to the already expansive Pit and lets you bank experience and items in order to start off on later floors with a shiny new character, replete with levels and equipment. If you missed the Pit when it first came out, you're missing a great thing. The base game is reasonably priced and provides infinite replayability. There are tons of recipes to learn, floors to master, and enemies to kill and get killed by, all randomly generated. This means that, like recent rogue-inspired title The Binding of Isaac, the Pit will have you playing over and over until you master its many mechanics, and the Mind Games expansion will provide added value on the cheap. I had a blast trying to figure out viable strategies for the new classes, and as a newcomer, the old ones too. The Scion's powers are great if you have trouble conserving ammo, but be careful to not use them as a crutch, because their long recharge time makes them tough to rely on in a swarm of enemies. The Ranger, due to her speed, sports an extra move which helps you get into position more easily. And the best part, the base game's classes are still just as survivable as the new ones. Psionic abilities, while powerful, are just as much of a skill point sink as every other useful trait. This is reflected by the Scion's base stats, which leave him physically weaker than the Marine or less computer savvy than the Scout. As such, he takes more damage and can't forage as easily without lots of leveling. All the new toys are available to the base classes too. Don't get me wrong, it's not a perfect game. The voice acting is worth turning off in the settings, and random levels mean you can get royally screwed over. Many people will find this game too challenging, and that's perfectly justified. This game is really tough, and it doesn't seem like the most accessible game at first. This is a very important caveat. You will die a lot before seeing a whole lot of success in this game, and permadeath means that you will have to carefully manage your character's path each and every time you fail. But the game really shines for such a cheap title, and it provides a much-needed graphical update for the roguelike genre. If you couldn't get past the minimalistic graphics of free titles like Brogue, this game might be the push you need to becoming a roguelike fiend. I give The Pit and Mind Games an overall score of 8.5 out of 10. This has been Dingozar Frisky with your review of The Pit, Mind Games. Thanks for watching.